Hopes of a bumper trade deal with the U.S. have been dealt a blow after insiders suggested no agreement was likely for at least 2 years. The UK had been hoping to tie up a groundbreaking deal this year, but in order to have been fast-tracked through Congress by U.S. President Joe Biden, an agreement would have had to be struck by July 1. Mr. Biden and UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson discussed the matter at last month's G7 summit, with an official summary of their meeting stating that they had agreed on a progression towards a trade deal which would create jobs and bring new opportunities to both of our countries. International Trade Secretary Liz Truss today traveled to the U.S. for a series of meetings aimed at paving the way for an agreement. A source close to Ms. Truss told the Sunday Telegraph, Liz is playing the long game and wants to build a much broader base of support for a deal in the U.S. domestic market, which is why we're heading to California as well as D.C. We want the backing of the American public, key industries like tech, and the political class, and Liz is out there to get that and bang the drum for Britain. The visit will be her first to the U.S. since the election of Mr. Biden. She had previously held 5 rounds of talks with officials working for Donald Trump, Mr. Biden's predecessor, but the Biden administration is reviewing everything which has been discussed up to now. Speaking to the conservative Home website in March, Ms. Truss, who has already unveiled deals with countries including Japan, Canada and Australia, struck an optimistic note. She explained, "My view of the U.S. deal is there's a good deal to be done. We've made huge amounts of progress and we've agreed the majority of text and the majority of chapters." She added, "Now, I need to speak to the United States Trade Representative, Catherine Tai, about what the appropriate timeline is for us to negotiate that deal a lot, and of course, that is something that needs to be agreed with both parties. But I think it would be a fantastic sign, as we seek to roll back protectionism and as we seek to grow the economy after COVID for our two nations to continue with those trade negotiations and reach a conclusion." At the time, Julian Jessup, an economics fellow at the Institute of Economic Affairs (IEA) think tank, suggested a deal could push the total value of the goods trade with the U.S. up by as much as 10%, and beyond £250 billion.